What's happening, FPL managers? Good evening and welcome back to another stream. My name is Mo and this is my channel FPL Inkling. Today we're going to be going through the top 5 premium goalkeepers in the FPL game this season, which is 2020-2021. So today's video we're going to be covering the top 5 keepers, in my opinion, in terms of price and performance, and in terms of value, are going to be the 5 premium goalkeepers for you guys to select between now and the end of the season. If you like what you see and you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I do know that around 70% of the people that watch my videos at present are not my subscribers, so if you're visiting for the first time and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on the video for liking the video, and also hit the notifications icon. So if you guys want to see me regularly and you want the immediate updates of when I do release my videos, you guys will be notified for that. I'll give you a bit of background if you have been here before, this is your first time, just to let you know that I do have a bet with one of my friends. If I can get 500 subscribers on YouTube before the end of the season, which is my reaction stream for game week 38, which will be the end of the season deadline stream. So if I can get 500 subscribers till then, I will win a PS5 as a bet, which he'll have to buy me one. At the moment, you guys have helped me out a lot. I really appreciate all your support. I'm on 91 as I'm recording this video. Subscribe, support me, and let me get to that 500 mark before the end of the season so I can win the PS5, and I'll be here next season again to make sure I can help you guys and give you all the support that you guys need to be the best manager on the FPL game. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So starting with number 1, which is going to be Edison. Now Edison's an odd one, to be fair. Is he value for money? Is he the rock solid goalkeeper we want in our team? Is he part of a Pep squad, obviously, which does Pep Roulette? So they're going to go through a few pros and a few cons. So if you see someone like a Edison, he'll be playing week in, week out for Manchester City. He's not part of the Pep Roulette. He's not going to get rotated. He will play week in, week out. Now this season, he's been part of the strongest defence that I've seen from a team like City for many years. So already he has, let's have a look. Is this the clean sheets? Yeah. 15 clean sheets, and he had 16 all of last season, and we're only just over 2/3 of the season through. So we've got another 12 game weeks to go. He got a total of 133 points last year, and he's already on 119. So he's pretty much played every minute of the season. He's got 1 assist, which was that goal against, I think it was Spurs. Let me just double check. It was indeed. He got 12 points. So again, I mean, he's a great choice to have. He's not part of the Pep Roulette. There's a new solid centre-back partnership between John Stones and I think it's Diaz. He's playing regularly. Yeah, so Diaz and John Stones he is playing, and I think he rotates Laporte. So I was just having a bit of a think there. So yeah, I mean, that's the core defensive unit for them, and Cancelo, Mendy, Kyle Walker, Zinchenko will always rotate as well. But he's kind of like the core. He will always be in the goal. Now, the benefits of having someone like him, he will make the saves, and he will be there or thereabouts, keeping clean sheets. So already I reckon he's on the top in terms of clean sheets. He's got 3 bonus points as well this season. But I think he's a great asset to have in your squad, and he's always Mr. Reliable. He's owned by only 10% of the managers now. A lot of the FPL managers, including myself this season, have decided to go for a bit of a cheaper option. So I've had Martinez from game week 1. I haven't changed him at all. So if we can keep that in mind, I mean, next season I may be tempted to go a bit different and potentially choose a goalkeeper like Edison or maybe Alison, who probably are around the 5.5, 6 million mark, which is a lot higher. The 6 million is more likely in these brackets for these kind of keepers. I am tempted to probably go along this way, but then I am tempted to have 2 keepers who are going to play, and that will help me a lot in my free hit or bench boost when I do play. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation for me in that regard. So I would definitely consider having Edison if you can. It's a better option to have than 2 defenders for City who are more likely to be part of the rotation or Pep Roulette kind of a setup. So for me, definitely consider Edison, as he's going to be a definite starter for Manchester City and Pep, who is known for changing his teams on a regular basis. I think he's got the most number of kind of like changes or squad changes in this season for Premier League. So that's not a good record to have, especially if you have 3 players from such a prolific Manchester City squad. So Edison, good shot stopper, always there or thereabouts for coming out of the area, being a kind of like a 5th defender. And he's also good at getting an assist. I think he's got an assist already, which I've seen you. So why not? Edison is a very good shout. Number 2 is going to be Alison. He's only owned by 6% of managers. He has had a price decrease. I guess that's probably to do with the drop in ownership because of his father's death he's had recently. So he always dropped for a game. I think Adrian came in to cover him, and he's had a few injury issues as well, which made him miss games like the Aston Villa 7-2 and the Everton, I think it was a 2-2 where Van Dijk got injured, which, yeah, we can confirm from here in terms of his goals. So he's a really, really good keeper. I know he's had his moments, but he's got 78 points only. But I think that's a lot to do with the fact that he's got maybe 200 minutes less than 200 minutes less than Edison himself. And he's only got 5 clean sheets now. For me, that's a worry. From a goalkeeper who had 13 clean sheets last year, he's gone to 5 clean sheets itself. But I still think there's more to come from Alison. I think he's had a tough season. Liverpool themselves have had a tough season. He will be back. He's a very good goalkeeper. They're both Brazilian. They want to be the number 1 for their national squad, especially with the World Cup qualifiers coming along and the World Cup coming around the corner before we know it. So it's going to be a really good, intriguing end of the season because they're going to have to prove their worth in the Champions League and FA Cup and League Cup finals, which they're going to be participating in. So I think Alison and Edison are going to be like the key goalkeepers to really keep an eye on. Number 3, I've got Nick Pope, who comes in at 5.6 mil, owned by 14.3% of the managers in the game. He's got 124 points, so he's got more than Edison and Alison. I guess most of that's to do with the not clean sheets, but the bonus points. Correct, he has 20 bonus points. Again, that's probably to do with the number of saves. He's made 98 saves, got 9 clean sheets, and he's played every single minute of the season so far for Burnley. Burnley at Turf Moor, so at their home ground, they're an absolute well-oiled machine. They know how to cover the bases, the ground, the dimensions, and they really make it difficult for any opposing teams that come in to play at Turf Moor. So, in my opinion, if you are looking for a kind of like I wouldn't say a premium, he comes into the premium category because of the points he gives for what he is worth. And you can clearly see he's got more points than the 2 first premiums I mentioned, which is Alison and Edison. So he was automatically going to be in my top 5. So if you are looking for a good goalkeeper, he got 170 points last season with 15 clean sheets. That was highest. I think it was the highest last year. He's gone up from like 5 mil to 5.5 this season. And a lot of people are like, really, Nick Pope, shall we not? He's proved me wrong. So if you are looking for a kind of like a medium range option and you're going to look to play your wild card, number 1 for me is going to be Nick Pope to get into your draft, get him in. He's going to have some really good fixtures. I think I had a look earlier coming up in the coming game weeks. Yeah, so you can see Arsenal, Everton, I believe they're winnable games for them because Arsenal haven't been great this season at Everton. They haven't been free-flowing and scoring. They won their last 2 games 1-0 each, but at that game, I reckon it's going to be a 50-50 game when they do play, followed by Southampton and Newcastle. So they've got some really good fixtures over the next 4 game weeks, but they do blank in game week 29. So maybe he might not be the best option in terms of the games he has, but if you've got a substitute goalkeeper who is going to be playing in game week 29, then it's definitely worth adding him in to your selection piece. Number 4 is going to be Hugo Lloris, 6.5 mil. Owned by 6.5% of the teams. 5.6 mil is his value in price. Now, he's not had a great season this season. He's got 11 bonus points, 79 saves. He's played every single minute of the season with 9 clean sheets. So with the Spurs squad, I expected something more around the 13 to 15 clean sheets mark. There have been some really silly goals that they've let in. And they've lost the games based on those errors from the defensive unit or maybe Lloris himself. But he's always been there or thereabouts. So you can see his average points, like when he has played full seasons. Last year he was covered by injury for a couple of more than half the season. He got 98 points from 1,800 minutes. But if you look at the seasons before, 145, 140 to 150 is like his average mark. So already he's 12 games to go. He's only got 30 points to get. So I think he's done exceedingly well. But with the Spurs squad and the money that they spent to improve their squad, I expected a lot more from Hugo Lloris. But if you're looking at a differential, they've got probably the most favourable fixtures in terms of goalkeepers. So again, if you're looking for a wild card draft, he might be another goalkeeper you might worth consider bringing in, because they do have an additional game right at the bottom, which is Southampton, which I believe can be rearranged around not the week 33, because that is the League Cup final, so maybe anywhere between week 29 and 32 may be the rearrangement. So watch out for this space. He may have a double game week. So if you're looking to get him in, triple up on Spurs and make sure you can maximise your return from their double game week. So we've got David De Gea, last but not least. I know he's expected back on the 3rd of April due to personal reasons. We're not aware at the moment. Ollie did explain that Henderson is going to be like the first choice in goal. But for me, he's still a premium. He is Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper. He's got 87 points, only worth 5.3 mil, and he's selected by 4.3% of the managers. I think the only concern people had this year was the whole rotational aspect piece, which hasn't affected him too much. So he's got 4 bonus points with 54 saves, and he's got 9 clean sheets. So again, he's not had a bad season. He's had better seasons than the before. So his best season was 2017-18, where he got around 172 points with 18 clean sheets, where he was an absolute machine. So in my opinion, David De Gea is not worth writing him off. For what you're paying for him, you know what you're going to get. He's a solid goalkeeper at the back. He does have his moments, but which goalkeeper doesn't? Maybe I have a United affiliates with him, and I feel like I'm giving him a bit of a kind of like a comparative advantage. But for the price you're paying for him, guys, he is definitely worth considering. If you want to put in Dean Henderson and David De Gea in the squad at the same time, even if they get rotated, at least you know you've got one goalkeeper who will be playing week in, week out. So, for example, you can actually put David De Gea in at 5.3, and then you can consider bringing in someone like a Martinez, who started off at 4.5, a Fabianski, who was around 5 mil, or maybe like a McCarthy, who was 4.5 from Southampton. So David De Gea gives you a lot more options and budget options. Who knows, next season he might drop to 5 mil because of the whole competition part and the fact that he might not be #1. He may be, he might not be. We'll have to wait and see. So David De Gea, for me, he does come in the top 5 in premium. He still is worth having in the squad. For the price you pay, he is a premium goalkeeper, and he does play for Manchester United, who is considered one of the top 6 teams in the league. So why not? If he's got a defence in front of him who haven't let him down so far, 9 clean sheets, despite not being a great season, then I think David De Gea will be a good shout to bring in to your squad. So this, for me, was the top 5 goalkeepers for now in the league so far this season, who I believe have had an impact on FPL managers and their rankings. And I believe that the next third of the season that we do have remaining, so the 12 games we do have left, will have a long implication or a long impact on our journey or how we're going to plan our teams. So if you need to play a wild card or any of the chips, feel free to change the team, bring in the keepers that you need, because the keeper is the one position that you should make the decision and then not have to worry about who you got in goal and who's going to be defending or rotational purposes. For me, I'm not a fan of someone to have a rotational goalkeeper. It's confusion, and I don't think you gain much from there. So you should have one goalkeeper who's going to be your keeper for all game weeks, and you should have one on the bench, who I've got at the moment at 4 mil. But maybe next year I might bring in a 4.5 keeper to help me during bench boost, or anything along the line of playing any other chips that I will for that week. So that's the top 5 goalkeepers for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video. Let me know how I've done. I love the fact that I get so many questions from Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube itself in regards to FPL and how I can help. So thank you so much for your support and love and your feedback on how I can improve. I hope you enjoy the videos I am making, and I look forward to making many more to share my experiences and insight and inkling about FPL with you FPL managers. Have a great day. Let me know how you guys get on, and I'll see you guys soon.